Find the value of t in t plus 7 is equal to 43. T plus 7 is equal to 43. Okay, in this example, the unknown is t. Okay, so because we have a plus 7, we're going to subtract 7 from both sides. Anything we do to the left hand side, we do to the right hand side. So these are additive inverses. Remember that minus 7 plus 7 is equal to 0, and 43 minus 7 will be 36. Simplify 4 plus 19 minus 7 times 3. Okay, if we have a mathematical statement like this that involves multiplication, addition, and subtraction, remember that multiplication comes before addition or subtraction. So think about BODMAS. So this, check for brackets, start with brackets if there is a bracket, check for off, check for division before multiplication, and then addition and subtraction. So anytime you come across an expression that has multiplication together with addition and subtraction, you perform multiplication first. So 7 times 3 gives us 21. So we'll have 19, and then we'll have 4. So addition and subtraction, even though here addition comes before subtraction, you can do any one. Okay, they have equal precedence. So 4 plus 19 gives us 23. 23 minus 21 gives us 2. Solve. 1 all over 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3. Okay, take a look at this. 1 divided by 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3. So I think here we'll take care of the denominators. So we still have 1 all over. In the denominator, we'll have 2 and 3. LCM of 2 and 3. LCM of 2 and 3. If we use it to divide, we have 1. We can't divide 3. We use 3 to divide, we have 1. And if 3 divides 3, we have 1. So LCM is 2 times 3, which is 6. So we're going to have the LCM of 2 and 3, 6. If 2 here divides 6, we'll have 3. We use that 3 to multiply the numerator to form an equivalent fraction. So here we'll have 3. Next, we use the denominator 3 to divide 6. We're going to have 2. Use that 2 to multiply the numerator. 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, so we have 3 plus 2 over 6. Okay, so what we can do right now is 1 all over 3 plus 2 is 5 all over 6. Okay, remember that this can be written as 1. This is division. Here, this is division. Okay, 1 divided by 5 over 6. Remember, when we talked about division by fraction, if you want to divide a number by fraction, it simply means you can multiply, change that division to multiplication. This division here, change it to multiplication. In that case, this number, you take the inverse. That means 6 will become the numerator and 5 will become the denominator. So we have 1 times 6 over 5. Anytime you have divided by a fraction, change the division to multiplication and then take the inverse of the fraction that you're using to divide. Okay, this happens when you change division to multiplication. So in this case, we now have 1 times 6 all over 5. 1 times 6 is 6 over 5, which you can change to one whole number, 1 over 5, if you want. So an equilateral triangle has 3 equal sides and 3 equal angles. An equilateral triangle has 3 equal sides and 3 equal angles. Okay, so if 2 angles of an equilateral triangle are 3x and 4y, find x plus y. So if we have this as an equilateral triangle, okay, the angle here they said is 3x, the angle here they said is 4y. 4y, please. 4y is there. They said we should find the value of x and y. Remember that if it's an equilateral triangle, all the angles are equal to each other. Because the sum of angles in a triangle is 180, it means since we have 3 angles and they are each equal to each other, each of them will be 60 degrees. So in the first instance, it means that this angle here is 60 degrees, but they say it's 3x, so it means that 3x is equal to 60 degrees. Okay, look at it. This is an algebraic equation, so we can divide both sides by 3 because 3 is the coefficient of x. So if we divide both sides by 3, 3 divides 6, we'll have 2, 3 divides 0, we'll have 0. So x is equal to 20. Okay, similarly for the other side, this angle here is also 60, but they said there is 4y, which means that 4y is equal to 60. We divide both sides by 4. Okay, so y will be, if 4 divides 6, we'll have 1 remainder. 2, that 2 goes to 0, we'll have 20. If 20 is divided by 4, we have 5. So y is 15. So our x is 20, our y is 15. X plus y means 20 plus 15, which gives us 35. Let's solve this. Algebra comes in different ways. This is the reason why you need to study algebra and know algebra very, very well. In most cases, after trying to analyze a question or reason out a question, you will find out that you get an algebraic equation. So make sure you're very familiar with solving algebra. So here we have find a if 4a minus 2a plus 3 is equal to 13. Okay, so if you look at this equation, this is 4a, not 49, 4a. Because this is a and a, they are like terms, so we can subtract the 4 minus 2 will give you 2. So we have 2a. 4a minus 2a is 2a, and then we have plus 3 is equal to 13. Okay, remember the balance method. We have a plus 3. A is the unknown. Okay, a is the variable. Call it variable or the unknown. So since we have a plus 3, the additive inverse of plus 3 is minus 3. So we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. because we have a plus 3, we'll subtract 3. Since we subtract 3 from the left side, we will also subtract 3 from the right hand side. Okay, so plus 3 minus 3 is 0. They are additive inverse of each other. So we're left with 2a is equal to 13 minus 3 will give you 10. Okay, now we're solving for the value of a, but here we have 2a. So to find a alone, we'll have to divide both sides by the coefficient of a, which is 2, and then we divide the right hand side by 2. Balance method, anything we do to the left hand side, we do to the right hand side. So if 2 divides 2, we have 1a, and 1a is written as just a. If 2 divides 10, we have 5. So the value of a is 5. Let's take a look at this substitution question. Remember, substitution means writing a number in place of a letter. Okay, so if we have a question like, if b is equal to 3a, b is equal to 3a, and c is equal to 2b, c is equal to 2b. It said you should find a plus b plus c. Find a plus b plus c. Now, what this means is, anywhere we see b, instead of writing b, we should write 3a. Okay, we should write 3a anywhere we see b. And anywhere we see c, we should write 2b. Okay, substitute. So we have a, we are not given anything to substitute for a, so a remains a. Now we have plus b, b is 3a, so we're going to write 3a plus c. It says c is 2b. Anywhere we see c, write 2b, so we have 2b. Okay, so a plus 3a gives us 4a. Remember, just a means 1a, so we have 4a here plus 2b. But you still remember that b is still 3a. Okay, so we can still rewrite this b again. So we have 4a plus 2. 2b means 2 times b. Okay, so what's in between here is times. So we have 2 times b means 3a. So we have 2 times 3a. Okay, so we have 4a plus 2 times 3a is 6a. Now we have 4 plus 6, that gives us 10a. So if we substitute those values, we're going to come up with 10a. So here we have solve for a. Solve for a. In this question we have 35 over a is equal to 5 over 4. Okay, there are 2 ways I teach to solve these types of questions. One is to multiply through by the denominator or the LCM. The other way is cross multiply. Okay, if remember that I know everybody will say cross multiply, yes, but take note of this. For you to do cross multiply, you have to have only one term on the left hand side, only one term on the left hand side, and only one term on the right hand side. That's when cross multiply will work. So if we had something like 35 over a plus 3 is equal to 5 over 4, cross multiply will not work here. Okay, it will not work. So take note of this. Cross multiply only works if there is only one term on the left hand side and only one term on the right hand side. However, if you use multiply through by LCM, it will work both for this case and for this case. Okay, so let's solve this question. I will solve it using cross multiply. So let's see, if we cross multiply means what's at the numerator we multiply what's at the denominator here, and what's at the denominator here we multiply what's at the numerator. So I'm going to multiply the later first. We'll have a times 5, or you can say 5 times a is equal to 35 times 4, or you can say 4 times 35. Okay, so a times 5, the same thing as 5 times a, is 5a. Okay, 35 times 4, 4 times 5 here is 20, and carry 2. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 is 14. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 is 14. So here we can divide both sides by 5 to find a. So 5a divided by 5 is equal to 140 divided by 5. Okay, 5 we divide out 5 there, and then we have a left. If 5 divided 14, 5 times 2 is 10. So 10, remainder 4. So move the 4 to 0, we have 40. If 40 is divided by 5, okay, we know that 5 times 8 is 40. So we are going to have 8. That is if 5 divides 40. So here a is equal to 28. Okay. This question says, if half of a number is 30, half of a number is 30, then 3/4 of that number will be half of a number. Now, anytime in maths, they tell you half of something and you don't know whatever it is, remember, it will take you to algebra. Just think about algebra. Algebra is same thing as open sentence, okay? That box plus 3 is equal to 6. What's going to be in the box? That will be 3, because 3 plus 3 is 6. In algebra, we replace this box with a y. So if you say y plus 3 is equal to 6, what will be your y? Your y is now that same 3, okay? Which we have developed a way to solve if we subtract 3 from both sides. Okay, we have 3 minus 3, 0. Y is equal to 6 minus 3 is 3. This is how that 3 can actually be solved for. Okay, so when you hear of a number in a question, you don't know the number, so replace that number with a box or a letter. So in this question, it said half of a number. Half of a number. So 1/2 of a number. I don't know that number, so let's just use x. Half a number is 30. So half of that number is 30. Are you following? Okay, so we know that of translates to times. So 1/2 times x is equal to 30. This is a fraction. The numerator is 1 times x, so we have x over 2. 1 times x is x over 2 is equal to 30. Okay, this is just like the equation we just solved previously. Okay, this is 30 over 1. We cross multiply. X times 1, or 1 times x, is equal to 2 times 30. Okay, so x is equal to 60. What is x? X is that number. Okay, I said half of a number. It means half of 60 is equal to 30, and you can see that half of 60 is 30. That's very correct. So half of a number is equal to 30. What's that number? 60. Now they said, what is 3/4 of that number? What is 3/4 of this 60 now? Okay, because 60 is that number that was hidden initially. So 3/4 means 3/4 of that number, which we have not known as 60. So what is 3/4 of 60? 3/4 of 60 means 3/4 times 60. Okay, so we can write 60 as 60/1. Multiply numerator by numerator. That will be 3 times 60 all over 4. Okay, look at this. I think something can divide numerator and denominator, but if you want to go ahead and multiply 3 by 60 before you divide, go ahead. Or you can simplify this by dividing. Okay, let's try 4. I think 4 can divide 60, yes. So if we use 4 to divide 60, let's start by dividing the first digit 6. We have 1 because 4 times 1 is 4. We will have a remainder of 2. Move that 2 to 0, that becomes 20. If 20 is divided by 4, we have 5 because 4 times 5 is 20. So we have 5 here. So it means if 4 divides 60, we have 15. So this expression reduces to 3 times 15. So let's multiply that. 3 times 5 is 15. We'll carry 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So 3 times 15 is 45. So 3/4 of that number is 45.